Hi. So, I just wanted to make this video today to kind of talk about more about what I go through with gender dysphoria. But before I get into that, I just want to briefly talk about some of the hate I got on my last video. So, I think like a bunch of incels linked my video on their forums because like I got a spike of 100 views in like 12 hours. Most of the comments didn't really bother me, honestly. But you know, my offer still stands. If you have some issues you want to talk about or anything, I'm here to help. My Instagram DMs are always open. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that before I really got into the video. So yeah, gender dysphoria, what it is. So it's basically when your mind is disconnected from your body. Like your gender in your mind doesn't necessarily align with your body. So for me, how it affects me is, I guess we'll start with my face. So it's no coincidence that I kind of cover half my face with my hair. And that's just because I'm very dysphoric about the way my face looks. It's starting to change, you know, as hormones do their business. I feel like it's kind of helping, but like, you know, I still kind of have a strong jawline, a big nose. I kind of wish my, you know, my jawline was a bit softer and my cheeks were, I guess, more well defined. In terms of, you know, my body hair, when I started hormones, I was never really a Sasquatch, so my body hair is to the point now where it is kind of manageable, especially like on my arms and legs. Like full body shaves aren't really that big of a deal anymore. But my facial hair definitely causes me a lot of problems. I do plan on getting laser hair removal soon, but until then, until my province's alert level goes down a little bit, I'm kind of stuck with it, you know. Makeup can only do so much, right? What else is there? My chest. Hormones are helping with that. You know, I'm still flat. I wish I had, you know, something there, but I guess inserts will have to do for now. What else? I guess my bottom area. As I've thought about things more, yeah, I guess for me it's kind of a reminder that I was born biological male, so I do plan on getting that removed at some point. I know I have to wait a year on HRT to get it removed. I'm probably going to get with Dr. Broussard in Montreal to get it done. But you know, I guess as the date draws near, as 1 year approaches, I'll probably be looking at other doctors too, just to see what their results are like. I also plan, I guess, on getting facial feminization surgery. You know, I guess I have that opinion right now, but who knows, like, as I approach the 1 year mark, I might change my mind on that. You know, I feel like as of right now, when I go out in public, I am wearing makeup now. Like, I do like to look a little bit femme in public, I guess. You know, I'm not very comfortable presenting male in public anymore. So, there's that. So, you know, gender dysphoria really does affect me a lot. On some days, I just can't get out of the bed. It really is, you know, a horrible condition to live with. It's not something I would really wish on anyone. So I guess I'll just throw this in here. I know this is kind of a debate within the trans community, whether or not you need gender dysphoria to be trans. Well, let me just say it straight up. I think I'm on the side where you do. You know, and I just want to explain that before you hit that dislike button. Basically, you know, from what I've observed online and in real life, most trans people are kind of like me. You know, they're transsexuals, they have gender dysphoria, you know, they're going from male to female or female to male, and, you know, some of them choose hormones and surgeries to alleviate that dysphoria. For me, you know, I'm not saying, you know, you have to do that. do what you need to do to alleviate your own dysphoria, whether it be body or social dysphoria. Um, and I know there's like this small subset of the community with non-binary. I know there was a big debate a couple years ago whether they are valid and whether they belong in the trans community. I think they do, honestly. Like, I've heard of some non-binaries experiencing dysphoria. But really, that's really my barrier to entry for me, In my mind, there just should be some disconnect between your mind and your body. It's not cool to say you're trans. I feel like most people that are in the trans community, if they wanted to live, if they were able to live like happy lives as cis, they would. But they just can't. To people honest that are, trying to insert themselves in the community, and they don't have dysphoria and they're only doing it for attention and impression points, then you're taking advantage of a community that faces discrimination, oppression, and is in a constant battle with themselves and their body to finally feel happy. And honestly, if you're, I guess, a trans trender, I guess as some people like to call it, then really think about what you're doing. Are you honestly trans? Or you're just doing it for attention? I don't like people, that try to insert themselves. They're just doing it for attention. So that was my little rant. Gender dysphoria. It's just, I guess, suppressed it for very long, and I guess it's only now that I'm finally able to come to terms with it. Because I've gone through male puberty, I guess there's certain things that I can change to a certain degree. But I guess I should have mentioned it too, my voice. That's probably the one thing that causes me a lot of dysphoria. Like, I'm still practicing it, but I don't know if it'll ever fully sound cis. I don't know. So, yeah. Thank you very much for listening. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.